Good morning. I left you in the studio the other night, so I had to go get you, I had to go fetch you. I know I could do with a shave, starting to get a bit, you know what I mean, shave. Oh, what am I at today? I hope you're alright. I'm tired today. Again, I say this a lot in my vlogs, don't I? It's becoming a recurring pattern, and again I'm like, I need to do a workout. I need to do something. I might do that today. I need to get back on just a regular little routine, because it just ain't fucking happening. Anyway, so right now I'm going to do me nip with some toast. And I think I'm going to have some pancakes. We've got some of these pancakes. These ones. They're banging. I know I've just spoke about feeling tired and shit. Yeah, I'm going to have some sugary, powdered fucking pancakes. But I will do a workout later. I'm going to walk the dog with these two. The eldest is at school, because yeah, there's the school strike thing's still on, but they've done it for this week where the year sixes can go. So my eldest is at school, but I've got the other two. But yeah, I'm trying to be like, either motivated today to try and do something, but then I can't because I'm on my own with the kids. You know, I'm going to go sort the shed out and then leave the kids in the house. Yeah. They're kind of at an awkward age where it's like, can I leave them in the house on their own? Like, just to be in the garden, like, they know where I am, they can come get me, but at the same time, it's like, like, they're not toddlers, but they're not quite that older. So there's that whole thing in my head going on about that. I've made a start on the summer house video. 350 gig of fucking space. There's over 16 hours worth of footage. I don't know if I'm going to do it as one whole video or split it into episodes. I probably will. Fuck it. It's like an hour long video with a lot of time lapses. Yeah. I need to make toast. I'm waffling too much. I'm sorry. Hope you're having a good day. I just shumped and smacked the camera on the tap. I was like, bang. This is who I am today. Here's what it is. Echo, sit. Good boy. Stay. Echo, break. Oh, the effort it's took me just to get out the house with the dog and the boy. It's like, I keep trying to think about it lately. I'm like, yeah, there's the whole food and exercise thing, but at the same time, man, just this whole school strike thing is just a fucking ball ache, because I love my kids, right? But they're at the age where they're still fucking hard work, man. Like, you have to, it's just like the bickering with them, and obviously they get fucking bored, and like all my boys are like high energy, man. Like they don't, even though they've got computer games and stuff, they won't just like laze around. Go on, Mikey, you carry on. Yeah. Like my eldest will, the 10-year-old, for the most part, like, if you just want to leave him on the PS5 all day, like, he will. But then I don't want that. I don't want him to just sit on the fucking computer all day either, sort of thing. So it's that bit of a mix where it's mainly just my middle son and me youngest. It's just, you know, they just want stuff. They want your attention. They want to be with you. They want to play games. They want to do stuff. Finally started to get a handle on the night times with them. The eldest. The youngest and the eldest that share a bedroom, just been letting them play games or watch tablets. We don't do the one up till 8 o'clock. Normally we do our 7, but after that they just have books in bed, and they've just been way more settled. A little bit of bickering, but nothing like what it has been for the past fucking several months. Way better. So yeah, you just kind of look at all these things that are just kind of sapping your energy. You know what I mean? Like, they're all at school on Friday. It's the one day this week that we'll all be at school. I think next week as well. It's Friday. says to the wife, like I was painting yesterday, I was like, I fucking miss you, man. Like, I miss my wife, like I feel like I might be seeing her at the minute, because even when we are home together, like it's just the kids. So I was like, right, Friday we'll fucking do something. But then I know also I'm like tired, and like we're not spending money at the minute because we ain't got it to spend. So I was like, actually, like, should we just have just a day together at home? Like, even if she just sits and crochets and I just read my book all day, just being in a room next to her, quiet, just kind of being in each other's space. You know what I mean? Not me out in the studio editing, just being away from her. So I'm looking forward to Friday, just having a chill day with my wife, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's carry on with the dog and the family, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. I just had a thought, that bit where we do with the kids quad around those two trees, that route, that might be cool to take the RC car there, because as you see, the ground's quite like wavy, bumpy. I reckon with my Creighton going full pelt, I reckon we might get a jump across there and then going around the trees should be quite fun. It's just a nice little circuit route sort of thing. I said to the wife about if we can get the car sold. Like, obviously we're going to get a smaller car to replace it. Then I did half negotiate with her about getting a newer quad, because it's just like the newer ones, they've got the lithium batteries, they've got the brushless motor, you know what I mean? The one I'm looking at, it's a bit bigger as well, so better for their like age, because that one's getting a bit small for the eldest two. But then at the same time, I'm trying to switch my head more towards making money and less spending money. Like, it's 800 quid for that quad, and it's like that 800 quid could probably go into my crypto portfolio and, you know, make more money. I don't know. I'm always fighting between the, you know, wanting to just spend money and enjoy life and, you know, get things to have fun with and make memories and whatnot, and at the same time it's like, well, I'm not earning anything at the minute. Like, could be making some fucking money. Oh, fucking look at this bastard field. Anyway, yep. Let's get the fuck home. Shoo. So the wife before she left chopped me some soup in the soup maker. So that was nice of her. Just had to warm it up a bit. I was hoping the kids could just, like, you know, just get on with shit themselves while I eat, but that wasn't gonna happen. So I've had to set them up with something to do while I have me lunch. And they want Beyblades, so we've got Beyblades. We've got Stadium. Those have all got Beyblades in. That's full of Beyblades. Well, actually no, that's the blades, launchers. Each of these is full of Beyblades. This one, Beyblades. And I don't know if you'd have seen it in one of the other vlogs, and I did kind of point at it and mention it, but I kind of got me into Beyblades, which it does happen. Like, half the time they get into shit because I fucking got them into it. But when you watch the Beyblade show, anime, whatever, the stadiums in it look fucking huge. Like, they're stood next to it and like they're firing off into it. So like these little ones you get, like in the boxes, I was like, yeah, man, they need something fucking proper. So I still need to do some finishing touches on it. I just got it ready enough that it was like practical to use. Anyway, I knocked that up. So that's a bit better. It's a Sky dish. It's an old Sky dish. Got it off Facebook Marketplace a couple of years ago, and I've just sprayed it. Got some of this. There's a Windows place around the corner, so I got some of this, like this edging stuff, and I've just wrapped it around, and then underneath is another circle of it that would just place it on top. But yeah, I did have like picture in my head of doing it more fancy, like making it a bit more aesthetically pleasing, just cool to look at. But I never got around to it. I just got it ready enough that they could play with it and they have fun. Oh, I'm just really struggling for energy today. I might try and do a workout after lunch. I've been saying that I can't see myself doing it. But yeah, everything's just a struggle today. I got a good parent. Shh. Up. Ooh. I'll just keep yawning, man. I'm tired. Just want to, and I want to get an early edit on, so I can try and get an earlier evening chill, wind down. I want to know. Right, I had this idea while I was on the school run to end the vlog. And I'd love the comments to be active on this one. I want to know what your fucking dream life looks like. You know what I mean? And I want to know if it's like textbook. Like I know someone that the wife used to work with, and they've gotten married, and the guy like sold his business like 30 million, right? I got him on Facebook, and he's went and bought the big house. Bought, is it 2 Lamborghinis? No, a Lamborghini and Aston Martin. You know, feels too textbooky for me. And I'm like, I don't diminish the guy, like, fair enough, and all that. But anyway, that's what I want to know what your dream life looks like. Like if, won the lottery, or like, your business that you've got just goes fucking nuts, or what. Just try and ignore the circumstance of it. Just if you had the fucking money and it was nuts and you could get what you wanted. I want to know, because most people that probably won't get that or can't afford it are always a lot more interesting, and that's probably why we never get it, because we just spend too much money on interesting stuff all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Like most people have to be boring bastards for a long time to get that kind of money, and then they'll get some of the big purchases and stuff, but then they're still kind of boring bastards, aren't they? They're just good at making fucking money. And I'm just like, for me personally, I've got 2 stages. I have the one dream kind of life where it's like if it was dream level but staying here sort of thing. So it would be extending the house so each of the kids can have their own bedroom. Like, do you know how much that would change my fucking life if my kids could have their own bedrooms? Fuck! Like, bedtimes in their own bedrooms. Like, they can have their own fucking space. Like, that's just so fucking next level. Just that is like, there's got to be people that watch my vlogs that can relate to that fucker. Like, I mean, I've been in fucking houses on jobs where they've got like 6 kids in like one fucking room, and they've literally just got room for a bed each. Like, I've seen people way worse than I've got it. I've got 2 kids in one room and 1 kid in another. Anyway, yeah, that's first extension. So I'd do the extension so each kid's got their own room. Me and the missus would have a bigger bedroom with like our own like little ensuite bathroom. Like, I wanted to have like a walk-in wardrobe sort of thing. Extension downstairs where the conservatory is extended out. I'd probably turn this room into like a utility room for off the kitchen, and then where like the skate ramp and all that is, I'd probably sacrifice the skate ramp, and I'd love to build a big outbuilding, but I'd want it with a basement. I want it underground, so I'd want it to be one story from the ground, but then have the whole of the story underground. So it'd be a 2-story building. Yeah. The underground bit, I picture like a big open space gym, just like almost more like a sports hall sort of thing, but matted, right? So you can fucking run. You do sprints, run around. You do jiu-jitsu, gambol, fucking, you can have sparring, like grappling sort of thing. But at the edge, just like some different pull-up bar setups and whatnot. Probably some kettlebells, because I do all like body weight stuff. But I always picture it being like in the corner of that room, like a little kitchenette underneath where the stairs go up. And then when the stairs go up, it'll be like, when you get in line with the stairwell, it'll be open all the way up to the height of the ceiling on the upper floor. And there will be a climbing rope to go all the way up. And then on that floor, I want a space where, like, I want a Scalextric track on a table, just fucking set up. Like a nice fucking decent sized track, and it's just fucking there. I want another table that's just scenery set out with Warhammer armies and whatnot. That there, just fucking playing. Oh, what was the other thing I thought of as I was saying that? Cause this is the thing that I always picture this, so I've got it relatively figured out, but every now and then something gets added or chopped and changed. All I know is, like, that's the general thing. I'd want like a nice book. I want like I'm picturing like at the bottom corner then would be like an area where it's like bookshelves with all the nice books and whatnot. Little sofa table for sitting and talking and doing segments like this, and for having a podcast, for doing my podcast, but actually having guests and people to talk to. That'd be fucking sweet. I always picture between that midway, I want an area where I've got like, I want like a little partition wall, and I want a podium, like what you'd like rest like a speech on to read sort of thing, whatever the fuck you call that thing. But then what I want is, I want that, and then in front of it a nice decorative like kind of bookcase, but on it is just folders of card collections, and every week I'll have a different folder on that podium, and every day I'll just flip the page, because like I love card collecting and I love having cards, and you get your rares and everything like that. But like, they're always on my shelf. I don't get much time to like look at them. You don't think to actively just grab your folder and sit and flick through them. It'd nice just be have them on display, just as you kind of walk past. But oh yeah, I love that card and the artwork on that, and and kind of carry on. But then yeah, every morning part of my routine would be turn the page, and then once I got through all the pages, then I'd get a different folder out. So just kind of have it there like that. What else was there that I thought of as I was saying that? Obviously, one of the other corners of this upstairs room would have, you know, all of this stuff, like stream setup, talking, gaming, editing, all that. That's dream level 1, is if I stay here where we live and we had to adapt it. I'd want a garage as well. Don't know if we could build that with a big side extension like underneath it. I'd love a garage where I could fit a project car and tools. I'd love to get back into my cars. My first trade, I was a mechanic. I used to fucking street race and everything. Oh, I've got pictures of my car up in the wall, because the story with that was I had my car and I sold it, stripped all it for parts and everything. I used the money to fund my son's go-karting, which then when he stopped go-karting and we sold all that, that funded like all the bikes and stuff that I bought for my sons, the push bikes and eventually the BMXs and whatnot. So the money's just kind of been, it went into that, and then we've sold that and bought something else, sold that and bought something else. So like I kind of sacrificed my car to fund the things I've been able to do with my sons in the later years. But yeah, I'd love to have project car again, like a little Clio or something like that. I'd love to get a Clio again, for fuck's sake. I'd love a 2-litre Clio. It annoys me because I gave away the shell for my Clio. I sold everything, but then I gave away the shell under the pretext if the guy ever moved it on, I got first refusal. Obviously he didn't, and I think it's since been scrapped. So there's no chance of me ever getting like my shell back. It's mildly emotional. But yeah, that's like I said, that's like level 1. But even that's pretty fucking big. Like there's a lot of expense there. So even that's very much like. Anyway, we're not meant to be talking about how attainable it is. That's just it. And then if it was like full on millionaire fucking ridiculousness, it'd be the same, pretty much, but expanded. So the same sort of things, except for then instead of, I'd have the same setup in terms of wherever we move to or whatever. I'd still want that separate outbuilding with the exact same layout that I've described, but probably just more room for more stuff. But the only difference then being if it was like, you know, money, you know, option sort of thing. Scalextric track would probably be like more of like its own hall. Like I'd love that to be massive. I'd love like a little drift RC car setup as well, because drift RC cars are cool. Outside, dirt track, quads, dirt bikes, proper fucking motocross bikes. I used to have a dirt bike when I was a kid, when I was about 7. I had a little 50 Yamaha YZ50. Yeah. And I've had I haven't had anything bigger or been on anything bigger, to be fair. But there's always that bit of that kid in me. It's like, I want to ride a motorbike again. You know what I mean? I'd fucking love that. So yeah, dirt track for that. But obviously then that doubles up for, dirt track for like motocross, quads, that sort of shit. But then another dirt track that would be like pump track for like BMX and RC car, like doing big RC car jumps and fucking around on BMXs. That'd be like mountain bikey sort of stuff. To be fair, yeah, and if we're saying that money's no object, then I'd have a proper tarmac fucking track, like a nice little circuit, tight. I'd like a tight circuit, because I'd like hot hatch sort of thing, like Clio wise, good tight bends and whatnot. But then yeah, I guess again, yeah, money's no object. I'd then have another track for bigger cars. So I want a Skyline. I'm that generation. I watched Fast and the Furious. I fucking grew up with that shit. I want the R34 fucking Skyline V-Spec GTR fucking thing. I want that car. I want a fucking Lamborghini Gallardo. I don't want a Murcielago or any of the new ones. I want an old, probably around 2005 Gallardo. Yeah, they're about 70. You're seeing for like 70 grand. Some of the nice ones like 120 grand. Like, yeah, the brand new Lambos are cool and as fuck and whatnot, but I don't know if I would, because I like playing with my cars. I'd want to throw it around and I'd want to fucking drive it. I don't know even if I had the money, I don't think I'd feel like that getting a brand new Lambo, like from some garage. I'd be like, but it's new, you got to look after it. So yeah, I'd have that track as well. So you see, it's more just like toys and shit. House-wise, I'd love to have a proper library room. Just, you know what you picture, like the big fucking shelves with the books and the ladder that goes around and the leather fucking chair. What, to sit in a leather chair? Comfy fucking chair. Maybe something for some ambient sound, but no TV or nothing in that room. Just full on like library chill. This is where I fucking read room. Proper decked out fucking kitchen for the wife with all the bells and whistles and whatever the fuck she could ever need or want in terms of cooking. Proper family dining room. That'd be lovely. Kids just fucking playrooms. Like, I'd love for the kids to each have their own bedroom, but then each of the kids to probably, off of their bedroom, have their own gaming room. Yes. I'd have an indoor skate park. Fuck yeah. Again, money being no object, I'd have an outbuilding that would just be like mini pipe, half ramp, but like a nice, more like flowy, so you could ride around. I'd love like an indoor pump track, but like medium tier, so you could progress with it and jump if you were fucking good, but at the same time if you're a beginner, because then that way like kids and friends, or if I'm doing a podcast, like I say, and I got visitors, like I'd be like, do you want to have a quick go on the fucking indoor pump track? And it's like, if they've barely been on a bike, they could still get round it. It wouldn't be like, you know, fucking straight drop into something, because I couldn't even do that right now as well myself. Lego. Yeah, Lego would be displayed where it's like where I sit down in the bit to do my podcasty bits, where I described in the bit above my gym. Yeah. I'd have all Lego displayed there, all my Lego sets, because all my Lego sets at the minute are there in boxes. Because I've got nowhere to put them once I've built them. I like my Lego and I've got my Lego sets, but I don't really build them very often because I've got nowhere to put them. I've built some of my smaller sets. So I've got like, that's the ship from the Lego movie. Emmett's house ship from the Lego movie. That's the little Queen whatever I want to be. I think that's the only Lego I've actually put up in here. I think I did show you around these shelves once. Like, I've got all my original Pokemon decks. Like, I've got all the Gen 1 Pokemon fucking decks. The cards on in those boxes, they're all sleeved and in my big box where I keep all my cards. Yes, so they're all those. And then I've got these decks. I've got those decks because when I got into playing Pokemon cards, there was about a year or so before they changed to the way it is now if you play Pokemon cards online. It used to be Pokemon trading card game online. Either way, it was different, and it put you through like a training thing at the start. And once you worked your way through the training thing, then you could go and play against other real people, sort of thing. But those decks I've got on there, most of them are a mix of the decks that you'd get in that training bit, and it was a lovely time at that time of my life. And it's like I got the kids playing everything. It was just nice, and even my wife played a bit. It was cool. Board games, I'd want to, again, in the bit above the gym where I'd have like the scale electric table and like the Warhammer table. I'd want like a board game table. I'd want a proper gaming one with some nice like benchy chairs around it, and just like a book rack full of board games, and nice board games too. I'd want like a cinema room for just watching films, shows, but not too cinema-y. Just nice big ass TV, cozy seating. Just all the fun stuff, man. I'd want a fucking home where I just get to have do all the fun, and I'd love to have like a running podcast with guests where we just shoot the shit and talk about life. And then I've always pictured this for a podcast, and after the podcast then is a episode linked to that podcast. We do whatever the fuck the guest wants, whether that's riding on fucking motocross bikes, having a game of Warhammer, playing with the scale electric cars, going over if they collect like a certain card collection as well. We go over my collection and their collection, what cards we've got and shit. Like, there'd just be so much fun. Like, I'd love to just drag the like soul back to the surface of people of like what the fuck they enjoy doing and what's fun. Like, over the years, I've managed to get it where, like, my wife now collects Barbies, sort of thing, but she can't talk to any of the school mums or fucking anything about that, because they're like, what? Like, you're an adult. Yeah. Like, fuck off, man, just because the world's crushed your fucking soul. You know what I mean? Like, my wife weren't quite like that when she met, but I could see the spark there. It was still there. And, like, in the time we've been together, I managed to bring it. Now it's just a fucking flame, and she finds so much joy in so many different fucking things now, because she allows herself to. And I'd love to draw that out of people on podcasts. So let's talk about life and whatnot, and I'd love to just be like, what are you interested in doing? What do you like? They're like, oh, well, I used to like doing this. Well, why don't you do it? Why don't you make time? And be like, well, I guess I could. Yeah. I just like seeing people happy, and I like seeing people enthused about things. Yeah. Fuck me. Like, this could have been a whole podcast on its own. Vlog episode, yeah, because I've been yapping for like 16 minutes. But it was just something interesting I was thinking about on the school, while I was walking up to the school. I was like, because I'd want all sorts of crazy, just different stuff, just fun stuff. And I'm like, I'd want a pool. And indoor, not outdoor. It's fucking the UK, no point outdoor. Then I want a hot tub and a cold plunge. I want one of them cold plunges, the fancy ones that has all the filter and shit, and it's got like you can have it flowing as well if you're really hardcore. I would want to be able to go in my indoor. The hardest thing I found about doing a cold plunge was because we had it outside, and you'd be standing outside naked with the cold wind hitting you. I'd be like, I'm already fucking freezing, so I don't want to go in the cold pool because I'm already frozen. Man, it's such a ball ache. Comment if you can put a fucking list. Just what would you have? Like, what kind of house would you live in? What would be in the rooms? What would be on the shelves? What would, just what the fuck would you have? What would you have outside? Just, I want to know what other people would have and what they'd do. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I shall see you in tomorrow's video.